opportunity to join with you tonight.
I thank the distinguished gentlelady from California for making several important points as it relates to the absence of any partisanship exception in the United States Constitution, the absence of any exception whereby the Senate will do its job unless, of course, President Barack Obama happens to occupy 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I see that nowhere within the four corners of the United States Constitution. I don't see an election year exception in the United States Constitution. And so I'm perplexed as to what is the situation we find ourselves in right now. And I thought that I may ask the distinguished gentlelady, my colleague, my co-anchor from Ohio, to reflect upon, if you might, a few comments that could shed light on the situation we find ourselves in right now as it relates to the Supreme Court vacancy made by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell over the years during his time here in Congress. In 1986, Mitch McConnell said, "I believe that a heavy burden must be met by those who would have this nominee rejected. Under the Constitution, our duty is to provide advice and consent to judicial nominations, not to substitute our judgment for what are reasonable views for a judicial nominee to hold." That was in 1986. And then in 1990, he said, "It is clear under our form of government that the advice and consent role of the Senate in judicial nominations should not be politicized." That was Mitch McConnell in 1990. In 2005, he said, "Our job is to react to that nomination in a respectful and dignified fashion. And at the end of the process, to give that person an up or down vote, as all nominees who have majority support have gotten throughout the history of the country." I'm trying to figure out what has